Welcome to this hour's news update. I'm Temily May. Today we'll be taking a look at Malaysia's southernmost state, where Pakatan is hoping to penetrate a BN stronghold. And the stage is also set for the clash of two political giants.
Organizers say that if the government does not respond to their demands within 30 days, they have not ruled out the possibility of taking to the streets again. While many of the protesters here are Hong Kong residents of South Asian descent, there are also Muslims from Southeast Asia and Africa and the sea of men here. I'm here in Bangsar today to try and catch some ladies on their lunch break to ask them what they're most concerned about as women in their everyday life. The bird market may have been closed to the public for 3 weeks, but vendors have still had to come in every day to feed the birds, incurring costs. But they say they're happy with the 1 month's rent waiver and $12,000 one-off compensation fee given to them. I have here a list of all the items each of the 19 claimants want compensation for, and they range between 4 and 11 items per person and include things like their Hong Kong ID card, underwear, a rice cooker, and psychological damage. The main function of USS George Washington is to launch and recover aircraft. They make their own water and electricity to cater for the 5,000 sailors here on board.
Now joining us live from Johor is our correspondent, Kweksa Kwang Keng, who's Malaysia Kini's assistant news editor.
Speaking to our correspondent, Temily May, who's joining us from Kuala Lumpur.
I think Anwar, this has been a long battle for him, and this is the deciding moment. He's been through a lot, with the sodomy charges, and he was, previous Deputy Prime Minister. So for him, this is the moment.
And now let's take a look at the latest numbers. According to unofficial sources, of course our source for this time, MalaysiaKini.com, BN is leading with 97 parliamentary seats, PR following behind with 38 parliamentary seats. Now 97 seats, that's 15 seats short of what they need to win and retain federal power.
And some of the people have told us that they've been a bit confused about the 2 votes that they are now casting. One, of course, for the geographical constituency and the other one for the 5 super seats that are now added. But most of the people have said they've been quite clear. Now, of course, for Hong Kong Island, they're voting for 7 seats in the geographical constituency category. And they have 14 lists to choose from with a total of 38 candidates. Well, Sonia, I'm here at Teba Park now at what organizers call a back-to-school ceremony. And what it is basically a lineup of speakers and performances against the national education curriculum. This wall has turned into a makeshift message board overnight. The thousands that turned up at last night's rally left strong words of opposition to the government in various forms and colours. The forum is in full swing, but as you can see here, over half of the 8,000 chairs are empty.
Welcome to this episode of Kini Talk. I'm Temily May, and I have here with me today Kasturi Pato. Now, she is Lim Kit Siang's political secretary, and she's also DAP's current coordinator for Bukit Gasing. And if you didn't catch it from her name, she's also the daughter of the late DAP stalwart P. Pato. Kasturi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Speaking of that, you have a whole book, The Tiger That Lost Its Roar, about Malaysia's political economy and how corruption has really crippled Malaysia's economy. But I want to flip the question around and ask you, what has Najib done right?
A third Indonesian domestic helper was in the apartment unit when the incident occurred this morning, and she rode that bicycle out here to the guardhouse to make a police report. Hi Chris, so I'm out here with a whole bunch of people dressed in costume, and it's still early, but the crowd is it's packed out here. And Halloween's on a weeknight, and last year it was on a Monday night, but still over 70,000 people showed up, and the crowd is expected to be larger this year. And up here they're hanging limbs, you probably can't see it, and they're hung with killing notes. And this is part of a more local decoration theme they've picked this year. And these killing notes say happy ghost and hungry ghost. And it's really part of how local Halloween celebrations are now having a local twist. And that's what I took a look at earlier today.